Addiction. A very, very dangerous state of being, okay? Everybody in life has at least one addiction. It's very difficult to live without one. You need something, anything. There are many forms of addiction in the world, okay? Games, watching shows, nicotine, drugs, drank a doodle doos. If you like drinking, that's an addiction. The thing is, right, that's crazy, right? Is the line between addiction and passion is actually very, very small, bro. It's kind of like a what? What can be a very good description? It's like love and hate. It's basically like love and hate, right? Okay. Now, the issue with addiction is that you actually never really clock it, right? Okay, and the whole point of it is that you love doing the thing, so you won't really want to quit the thing until it's time to actually quit. The worst ones that are actually severely dangerous for your health are usually the ones that actually start affecting you physically when you try to give up, okay? And that can be something like alcohol, nicotine, and pretty much a lot of drugs actually, which is why people tend to actually tell you to be careful not to touch them in the first place, or at least to be careful and keep your wits about you. Now, there are a lot of different human beings in the world, so things do affect us each differently. You feel me? Okay, just cause you get addicted to nicotine doesn't mean your friend's gonna get addicted to nicotine. Okay, but I wouldn't really risk it because a huge amount of people just do get addicted, and the issue is, okay, with addiction, what they don't really tell you is that it actually convinces you that it's not really that deep, gang. Like trust me, go to someone like who smokes, right? Okay, like nicotine or something, right? Okay, I'll tell you now, they love that damn, bro. They never quit it. They can't even actually see how they lived without it, which is a very dangerous thing. Like, it genuinely puts you in a genjutsu, and I don't think a lot of people actually clock that. Like, it just puts you in that mental state, which is why they usually make jokes about people addicted, saying like, because they usually say, "Oh, I can quit anytime," when in truth you can't. You genuinely can't. Okay. Now, I personally have had three of the worst addictions. Okay, nicotine, and just gluten, gang. And I can't even lie, right? I loved, actually, no, I love every single one of them. I've given up two because quite literally I have to eradicate the nicotine thing. I want to be a big black man. I can't be a big black man, okay, with nicotine. Now I could, but it would take a lot more effort, okay, because it affects your eating, it affects your recovery, and things like that, gang. And I want to be able to run like 4K without stopping, my nigga, okay, just pure speed, gang, okay. And you can't just do that, brother, with being addicted to nicotine because it affects your lungs too, gang. Okay. Now the Goonie one, frankly, I mainly stopped that one because I was starting to have X-ray vision, bro. Like, you know how bad that is when you start seeing through people's clothes. So I said, yeah, you know what? I genuinely have to quit for my own good here. And I could actually, I realized nothing. I can befriend virtually anybody, but when it comes to actually trying to get into a relationship, I've never been in one, and I don't think I'm capable of getting into one. Okay, I'm just not built for such things, and purely I think that my gooning addiction has actually made that significantly worse. Okay, but regardless, okay, I just want to talk to y'all, okay, about how to actually like really get over these things, right? Okay, especially the worst ones, which are the physical ones, okay. Now, nicotine is the one that I know is like the low level when it comes to like physical addictions, okay. Now, frankly, if you have any physical addictions that are worse than nicotine, brother, I suggest you actually call somebody. Like, I'm not even joking, bro. Call somebody, gang, because it actually felt like hell trying to actually let go of nicotine, brother. So if you genuinely have something like a physical addiction that's worse than that, you need to call somebody, because with certain addictions actually they could kill you. Like alcohol, it gets so bad to the point that your body actually adapts and it needs alcohol in order to survive. So pretty much if you don't drink, you will die. And that's just crazy. Even Xanax, brother, I'm like, damn. So honestly, I'm kind of glad though that I have an addictive nature, but it takes like a certain level for me to actually get addicted. Because I can never get addicted to alcohol. I can't get addicted to anything that's stronger than Zara because no, the way you wake up the next day just feels so fucking awful. I just can't be bothered. So yeah, I like the pure fact that if something inconveniences me too much, I won't even try to even like get addicted to it. Okay, my nigga. But regardless, let me actually teach you how to get past the nicotine one. The nicotine one is probably, I find it irritating, bro. I just found it really irritating, okay? Now, here's how it will be. one thing you have to keep in mind is you will never want to quit. That is one thing you have to keep in mind. You will never want to quit, okay? So, the moment you actually start thinking to yourself and want to quit, you need to write down all the reasons why you want to quit. And then you need to find a friend or AI, bro. I'm sorry, but I use the AI, bro, because sometimes when keep it a bug, friends are actually just so fucking useless in this like situation or scenario. Because obviously they have their own lives. You can't exactly message them at any time and be like, "Yo, I wanna hit this thing." Okay, so obviously that AI would probably be a good choice. But if you have someone in your family you can actually talk to, because the first time I did, my mom was the one who helped me. The second time I couldn't talk to her because I was obviously annoyed that I got addicted again. So obviously I had to ask AI to actually like talk to it every now and then, like, yo, just to help me get through it, okay? And my nigga, trust me, when I say friends aren't exactly helpful, it's not even about the pure fact they have their own lives, because the thing is, a lot of times, okay, your friends actually are into those habits as well with you, okay? Now I got my homeboy here, okay? I'm going through all these withdrawals. Now I've been through these things before, so I know what exactly going to encounter, okay? I'm going through these mental things and everything. I'm telling him, yo, if I were to, like, because we're chilling that day, so I'm thinking, like, yo, I'm really sorry if I'm just acting like a bitch today, bro. Okay, like, my mental was just fully whacked today, bro. Okay, like, I'm gonna be short tempered, all these types of things. I'm describing to him things I go through, and you, like, a lot of people do go through when they go through nicotine is withdrawals, right? Okay, I'm saying, yo, my mental's going to be on an all-time low and shit. Like, this nigga talking about, oh, why don't you go back to nicotine? Blah, 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 blah. Oh my god, I wouldn't, like, it wouldn't affect me if I quit because I wouldn't turn into a different person. I'm thinking, you sound like an idiot, gang, because you can't fucking quit. If I told you to quit right now, you'd be like, no, I can't actually. And the thing is, they genuinely can't. They say they can, they can't. They genuinely can't. There's only very few people that can, and the ones that actually can, they will never judge you, which thing I love about them. But the ones, for some reason, they keep the fat lips, okay, so convinced they can quit at any time, brother, okay, are the ones that yap the most. And as a matter of fact, they're the ones that will actually try to drag you down with them, bro. Because Brody, okay, at some point that day, gave me a vape. I didn't register it in my head because I'm just that nigga, right? Okay, and at this point, I had like pretty much gone past the physical part, and I'm thinking about it now. He's genuinely a cunt for that, bro. He's actually a prick for that, okay? Because what irritates me is that bro, all these things he knows the most, okay? Which, okay, I have intelligent friends, but the thing is, sometimes they don't actually understand the idea that someone in the room is more intelligent than you, or at that certain topic, someone is more intelligent than you. And since I've actually gone through this, I understand that, yo, I'm going to act differently, just a little bit differently. I'm not a different person, but I'm going to act differently. And as a friend, I expect you to understand that. And when I'm starting to talk to you about it, okay, don't start offering me antidepressant pills, brother. What are you doing? What are you actually doing? I just described to you what I'm going through. I know what I'm going through. And niggas will always be like, actually, why you keep blaming it on the thing? I don't like them blaming on the thing, gang, okay? But that's the whole point of it. As a, like, that's what I'm saying. Don't talk to your friends because they're gonna get you pressed, bro. They're going to get you pressed, okay? Because they're gonna fight back. They're going to fight back like they know more than you, okay? When you talk to AI about this, it reinforces your point. It says, yes, you're going to be acting like this. It's very natural at this point, okay? Actually, you just need to get through it, okay? That's what I'm expecting. I'm expecting someone to actually reassure me, bro, okay? I'm not expecting someone to start telling me, yo, you might as well just vape, bro. Why are you going through this again? Okay? Like, people don't understand this, okay? There's the whole point about giving up and failing and trying again, okay? People that succeed don't just try again, okay? Okay, let me re-say the whole thing, my nigga, okay? Let's say like Kanye. Do you really think Kanye can drop one song so it didn't succeed and just gave up? No, he had to keep trying and he had to keep telling himself, this song is going to be heat. This song is going to be heat. This song is going to be heat until eventually it was heat. You know how long I've been doing this? I've been telling niggas for years now, okay, this year's gonna be my year. This year's gonna be the year I quit. This year's gonna be the year I do this, okay? And guess what, okay? Each time, okay, I do it, yeah, yes, I know my words carry less value, okay? But as a friend, I implore you, okay, to keep believing in me, bro. Because that's the whole point of it. That's how niggas succeed, bro, okay? I'm not going to succeed simply by trying one time, failing, and deciding, you know what? Screw it. No. Okay, I'm not gonna try one time and immediately succeed. No, I'm going to fail. I'm going to fail a lot. I'm going to feel very pathetic actually each time I fail. I won't even be able to look you in the eye sometimes if I actually do succeed and somehow do end up failing. That's the whole point, bro. You need to just reassure me, be there for a thug, okay? And that's what I'm saying, gang. Just go to the AI to help you out with it, okay? Because when you go through those withdrawals, when you get randomly angry and start acting like a prick towards your friends and you try to apologize, you're going to be very annoyed at yourself that you're blaming it on nicotine, bro. You're going to be very annoyed at that point, okay? And frankly, as I'm also saying, it very much depends on the friend. You need a very understanding friend who will actually just sit down to shut the fuck up and listen just for once. Okay, because you've been through these things before. They're not even trying. That's the thing I don't find funny. This motherfucker isn't even trying. And if you even suggest the idea of trying to them, they just tell you, why would I go through all that effort, bro, okay, just to prove a point? Well, I'm just like, okay, you're a cunt then, aren't you now? You're a prick. So fuck off, brother. No disrespect, okay? Let me try, okay? And let me go through my own process, bro, okay? And let me do it in my own way. Irregardless, okay, nicotine is like being put in actual genjutsu, bro. Okay, it will trick you at every step. Okay, and the thing is, right, once the physical withdrawals are gone, you would think, oh, it gets better from here. In a way, you need to get through the rest of the week. Week 2, that's when, okay, you start feeling like you are the man. Like, quite literally, you're out. Week 2 is that's when you realize, okay, how life is without nicotine, how life was without it, okay? Week 3 will be the part where it actually tries to be like, yo, are you sure you want to let go of me? And week 3 is when you're usually the weakest, because now your guard is down. It's a whole lot lower, and you're thinking to yourself, well, one puff won't hurt. One little drop won't hurt, okay? And the truth is, usually resets the cycle. And the thing is, for some reason, okay, once you like try to quit a few times and you're able to get past day 3 like a few times before you start relapsing, okay, it puts you in a state of mind where you're thinking like, realistically, I can handle this. No, you can't, gang. Okay, which is why it's very important to write down why you want to quit. Because at that moment when it starts hitting you like nobody's business and you feel like you're actually going mentally insane, you need to keep reminding yourself why. And you need someone there who will reassure you that everything is going to be okay. This is a whole part of it, okay? Who will actually be like, it's gonna be fine, bro. It's gonna be fine. This is a part of it, okay? And you're not crazy, and you're not a prick for how you're acting right now, okay? You're just suffering, and that's okay. And I will help you as a friend, okay? I will reassure you that everything is gonna be alright, and I will sit down with you and go through this effort with you, okay? Because that's just how it be, gang, okay? And frankly, I've actually just recently quit, and honestly, I feel a lot better. I feel so much more powerful, okay? My mentality is better. It's a lot easier to be happy when you don't have nicotine. Trust me, gang. It doesn't seem like it, but it actually is. A lot of things that you actually blame on nicotine, it probably is true. I'm not going to lie. And once you quit, you will start realizing just how much better life actually gets, okay? But regardless of, let's actually talk about something vital, okay? Documentation grind, okay? Week 1, brother. So what have I accomplished this week? Well, I actually have made 0 loops, zero feedback loops, or anything else, okay? I have gone gym 5 times a week this week, so we are doing pretty good on that front, okay? What do we plan to accomplish for the next week? Gym has to be at least 6 times a week, okay? I plan to show you at least 5 loops, and they will be playing throughout the video. Nothing, at least like 2 hours of like studying, maybe even like every single day, but at least like maybe 2 hours and 30 minutes of studying. I need to go get my board. I don't see myself doing that till a while. So for the time being, okay, the main things we're gonna focus on is quite literally just sticking to the gym, doing at least like 2 hours and 30 minutes of revision a week, which that's 30 minutes a day pretty much, okay? Besides the weekends, of course. I've decided to actually apply for full-time employment now, because I feel like making as much money as possible before this year ends is the best thing. And that is all I have to actually report to this week. I know we haven't really accomplished much, but I do plan to accomplish a little bit more next week, okay? We didn't even do any driving this week. But regardless, that's the report I have for this week, man. Okay, thank y'all for staying tuned. And I'll just see you by the end of the grind, bro. Okay, and see how far we've come, man. Okay, for the time being, if you do like really do want to actually improve your life, I would suggest quitting nicotine. It's not going to be easy. It's actually going to be hell. But like I also said, it actually does depend on the person. So yeah. But frankly, if you want to test yourself the best way, okay, try to survive an entire day or 3 days without nicotine. If you feel yourself going mentally like insane, then yeah, you genuinely can't handle living life with nicotine. So yeah. Anyway, it's been your boy here. Subscribe if you want to, and I'll just hit you up in the next video, man. Love.